like, was it a talk with somebody, or like you single-handedly came up with High Talks?
Yeah, that's what I have to address. So I did have, and you guys, I think only you would remember Khalid.
Yeah.
Maybe Ant
I
would
was there
remember him.
first. I was like the first there.
Yeah, but I had my other co-host, Khalil. His name was Khalil.
Okay, so all right, so you and your previous co-host came up with Hot Talks. Like, was it like y'all just smoking one day and said, you know what we should do?
Yes, we were smoking, and because I'm always there like every day, and we had conversations. She was like, "We should start a podcast, smoking and having conversations," and I was like, "Okay, yeah, we should. We do it."
Okay.
And the logo, honestly, the logo came from me.
Yeah.
Because I went and found the person and gave her the idea of what it should be. So the logo really is me itself. That's really me.
You designed it.
Yeah.
The brand.
The brand.
Okay.
If you look at the logo is me. Just
so the concept you came up with together, but the brand and what it is, was you.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Okay, cool, cool. So I realized you always got like a good amount of people like around you. Like, where are you finding all these people? Because the first Hot Talks mixer, what did you come with? Like fucking like 8 people?
Yeah.
Where you find all these people? Is this all? Is that all Hot Talks? What is?
No.
How many people is Hot Talks?
So originally, probably like 3 is originally in Hightalks, and then when I had to expand, of course, instead of doing it mobily, I had to find studios. So the AV Club Studios is where I met like all those different people, except for like probably 2 of them came from Miami, but everyone else is from AV clubs. I met all of them.
Okay. Question. I realized a lot of the stuff we filmed, you didn't put out. Like, why? Why are you holding on to so much content? You have like months of episodes.
So I do have a whole bunch of episodes, and only like audio wise 2 of them I just really put back on the market because from what I heard in the community, those 2 episodes were good, but then like let's say the High Talk mixer, and way back when I recorded in the studios with all the other people, everyone was like, they thought it was gonna be I was still smoking and actually read related. I was like, yeah, so I had to like hold off on some of them. I do plan on using them still, but I still want to get these other stuff out the way, and then those are like follow-ups.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
I get that. Okay, so you trying to drop it all one time? You trying to like bulk up and just do like a big like Amazon? What's that shit? Netflix style release. Okay.
And then I had to rebrand because like you asked me, I had a co-host, and we did like have a couple of episodes with him on there. Again, some things didn't work out, and I didn't want to leave a couple episodes with him on there, and he's not a part of it anymore. So it's like,
I get that.
What caused for the separation between the different co-hosts that you had?
Okay. So we're gonna go with one reason was it's not. This is not. It's really expensive, but I push it to where it's expensive because I want it good.
Yeah.
But it'll be like me handling the logo. I paid for the logo, so again, the logo is me. I paid for most of the sessions and all of the invoices. Like honestly, if you want to know how much he put towards everything, let's say probably like $100 to $200.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much you were carrying the weight.
Yeah.
The team was on your back.
Yeah, and he was not really like putting in the effort. Even if he didn't have the money, he didn't really like, let's go
come up with
ideas, or let's go do a podcast today or something. It wasn't.
I understand. Okay, so being that the idea kind of was started together and it fizzled out, like, what do you think it is the reason you carried on the torch and he didn't?
What's crazy is because I actually started this. And I actually started putting my own money into it instead of like, kind of having help, like, from your family and all that. I actually put my own money into it and went through the struggles of, stuff. So I was like, I didn't want to quit,
So you're more passionate about it.
I'm more passionate about it.
You got skin in the game, so you stay in the game.
Yeah. And people be like, keep going, keep doing it. It's more, you could do more than a podcast, just like the papers and probably do a smoke shop and all that. They're like, just keep doing it. Okay, I'm a.
We get papers?
Yes. You guys are. I thought I didn't know. Let me see the papers. I don't know if I gave it to you guys on the last one.
No.
These are minis. these, I thought I was gonna get the like regular size, but these are the High Talk papers, GMO, vegetarian free. They're really small, but they're convenient for me to.
Yeah, I prefer minis because I smoke alone most of the time.
Mhm.
So it's like a king size. Like, what am I gonna do it all?
Yeah,
I feel guilty not finishing it.
exactly. So, and it's convenient to roll. You don't have to use, even if you have like a whole eighth or whatever.
Yeah.
You could get like probably 2 or 3 without using the whole thing.
It
so
definitely stretches whatever you purchase. Like 100% the minis, because you can roll them fat as fuck, or you can just kind of keep them like, just my little struggle blunt, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
Your day is like, there's a mini piece. So not definitely. Okay, can we have them? You can probably throw them at us.
You want to pass them?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
So, is the idea for High Talks would be for you to have like a storefront location where you educate people as far as smoking and offer different products that are High Talks, and probably have like a podcast in the back. Is that like the more so the idea for it?
That is the exact idea for it. I really want to have like a, like a little lounge. You know how you have these hookah lounges. This is I want to be a 420 friendly lounge, so you could come smoke without anyone complaining about it. If you want to have a good organic or straight weed instead of having those fentanyl laced weed, I'm for sure having 100% the best weed, even if it's not from I do it myself. I get it from the best plugs in the whole states. And fun fact, my cousin is a farmer and he supplies. I tell you, he supplies most of these people, the big brands, cookies or what is it, Backpack Boys, Runts. He grows it and gives it to them. So I'm like, so a little heads up. So the lounge would be coming soon, just like how weed is gonna be legalized in 20.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Makes me think of like a wake and bake coffee shop.
A wake and bake coffee shop.
Wake and bake coffee shop. So
Like
a coffee shop you can smoke at.
Exact cafe type of lounge.
You decide, wake and bake coffee shop. I won't even say that.
I'm
glad.
Selling different types, coffee beans and
coffee beans. I'm trying to roast you on.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
Let me explain again.
Yeah.
The other maybe I'll give it another reason why a fallout I guess happened. If you guys do know Coco already, you're not gonna see her yet, but eventually,
I've met Coco.
Everyone who knows Coco, when we came into podcasting into the AV clubs, she was the significant other to my co-host. So they were a thing, dating. Cool.
Okay. I vaguely remember something like that. Okay.
Yeah, because I still have the episodes where you'll see her, hey babe, and
babe. Go ahead and delete those. I see why you ain't posted that shit.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
But he had because I knew her since middle school, and me and her became close once we came back into contact, and he thought, me and her had a thing. That wasn't the case until he did something. Mm-hmm. He cheated on her, and it was with one of my friends. One of my someone I had history with too. Okay. But I was cool with. So
y'all got a life. Y'all got stressed out here.
So he did that, and that really sealed him not really being on High Talks.
Yeah.
And then a little later on along the lines, me and Coco became a thing. It just happened eventually.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, cool. That's cool. All right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so the identity of High Talks, who is it now?
High Talks, Mr. High Talks is me itself, but High Talks now, if you think about it, is me and Coco. And then I'm not gonna shed too much because too many people are watching. I don't want to.
I understand. No, I get that. I get that. Okay, so I mean, honestly, from the beginning, I kind of always just I remember on that episode I had with both of you, I called you High Talk, and then he was confused. He was like, "Why you call him High Talk?" So it was always like, I get it. I definitely see where you're coming from. So, okay, all right, that's interesting. Okay, so I mean, outside of High Talks, what's your life like? What do you do?
So I am I think only a handful of people know, but again, not everyone knows. I am a young father, so I do have a 3-year-old. He's turning 4 in March.
Okay, happy birthday! That's next month.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not gonna be here in March, so I'll be taking care of him. And I do.
In March?
Orlando. I think
Okay.
Disney.
Okay.
He likes Disney, so I'll be away for just a weekend, and I'll eventually be back because 420 is around the corner, so
Yes, sir.
I gotta be there.
Yes, sir.
Um, yeah, so I do have a family business. They're into herbal, which is like natural remedies.
That's appropriate.
So weed is in there, not real weed, but let's say
like
CBD and all that is in there, and then actual herbal stuff.
Yeah.
So instead of going to the doctors, if you need anything for your blood pressure, blood sugar, your diabetes, you got cancer, anything really you go to the hospital for, we have something natural for.
Like a holistic medicine.
Yes, but it's more like working, I would say. I'm not gonna say it's gonna cure you because we can't say that, but it works instead of you using your medication.
You're still the type of doctor to do that, right? Like someone in your family.
My mom was a pharmacist. She used to be a pharmacist doing the the drugs for all that, and then she switched when she realized stuff wasn't.
Drugs.
Yeah.
And this is not. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting.
So is that where the natural come from, like the natural lifestyle? Does it from your mom?
Do you live a natural lifestyle? Like, do you eat clean and shit? Is that your life?
Let me tell you. So she makes a detox, and you don't have to change your diet because once you take it, whatever you eat is gonna naturally detox you. So, I don't at times, but I eat healthy enough to where I don't really go to doctors. Like how you have to do. I may go to like get blood work and all that, but regular checkups, I don't really.
You don't really get sick like that.
No, I don't get sick unless it's maybe even if it was around Corona, I didn't even go to the hospital.
Are you like vegan or something?
No.
Are you vegan?
No. I got.
Do you eat pork? You eat everything.
I can eat everything.
Okay.
If it's processed or even if it's not processed right, I'll clean it to the extent to where it is. But
okay. So what's your goal? Like, what do you see Hightalks doing for you? Or like, where do you see it?
So now, even though it's recreational weed is about to be legalized, the lounge and the coffee cafe, I really see myself doing that.
So you're building up a buzz for when the lounge is here.
I'm trying to find this. I'm trying to find the space, like a warehouse.
Yeah.
Because if once I get the warehouse, I could already like at least put that into a thing. I don't know if you ever been to painting with a kush.
Yeah.
Like that.
Why don't you do a pop-up lounge?
I would.
Well, okay, here's a free idea. Go to painting with a kush.
I do. I went there many times.
Espresso on a fucking Keurig and have like a little coffee, like a wake and bake stand. You know what I'm saying? Like a little coffee and.
I also have my own table.
Have a table.
Okay.
Like, yo, how much to sponsor a table? And then pay a company to make a Hightalks
cloth. Yep.
You feel me? And then they come to you, and it's a fucking cafe.
That's what I was about to talk to you too.
You just go venue to venue. Like, yo.
I was about to talk to you too. He said we could do painting with a kush. I wanted to do a episode painting and smoking.
And that's when you bring out the Keurig and be like, yeah, man. So we're gonna be at the next painting with a kush events, serving coffee and weed. You don't need to sell drinks because like that don't mix. That's coffee and CrossFit.
Yeah. That's too much. That's too much.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, with painting, he said he really messes with. He likes how the AV clubs and me. He's like, oh, I'll just let you run it out for $100.
That's all right.
And I was like, okay, we cool, cause I support him too much. Like every day, he'd be like, okay, I ain't gonna charge you that much or anything. I was like, we're gonna work this project out together.
Yeah, I like this. This is all right. Hot talk the brand.
Or like, I want you guys to be there.
No, we there.
Like with the camera, I might be going up to people and be like, "What's asking people's questions? What's your favorite strand of weed or something?" And
oh, so you need a mic.
Yeah, a mic or a little thing.
We ready. We ready. Yes, sir. All right, let's do this. Let's do it.
All right, so I see that you're doing more location shooting, and is there a particular place that you have in mind that would be like ideal, like a major thing that you would like to shoot at?
Like just straight there?
Yeah, like on a boat, like like what's some idea that you have?
What are your goals for target episodes?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's where I was so I forgot to when I tell you my cousin, he really supplies for a lot of people. He has, I don't know if you know, the weed burner boy.
Yeah.
They have him on speed dial. And
they're
like, do you ever want to see him or like have him on the podcast? I was like,
yeah,
this is the best time. I was like,
cool.
I got my studio team ready. Just They're like, whenever you can, or give me a time. I was like, I got you. So he is really I'm targeting on there. All those big weed influencers like Snoop Dogg, Seth Rogen is really one I really want to. And then I eventually want to get my weed like collabed with major times, maybe be sponsored, hopefully sponsored by these weed companies, cookies and all that, whichever. But as far as how far I really want it to be in the location wise,
like what's some of your ideal locations that you like?
Where's the farm? Is that local? Can we shoot on the farm?
I think I could get if you know we're gonna come up with the travel plan to go over there and yeah we could
goddamn.
That's just far.
You know the west coast.
Oh yeah, like Sarasota or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I know you're talking about. Okay, yeah, nah. Okay. We talk.
I want Jamaica. I would believe.
You want to do locations?
Yeah,
okay.
Jamaica. That's really I was gonna talk to you guys as Jamaica, like the motherland. Like I know their weed, their weed is really different. If you go there, it's really different. I really want to go there.
Where did we start? Like Mexico or some shit? I think we started. No, you know I heard
Thailand.
Here's the theory of how I heard weed was created. So back in ancient times, different villages had crops they call like peace crops, and whenever there was like a fight amongst villagers, they would burn the crops. And after they would burn the crops, all the villagers would just be at peace.
Yeah.
So it was peace crops.
Whoa.
I think that's how weed was discovered.
Like what year was that? Like 15, 14?
You should do a documentary. Look it up. I don't fucking know. That's interesting. I'd watch it. I'd watch that shit. Yeah, we can do this. We can make a weed documentary. Let's fucking do it. All right, cool. I like this. If the Jamaican thing, I should be like a vlog.
Yeah, that too.
Vlog shit.
That too.
All right, so I was gonna ask. We saw how talk started. We see where it's going, but how is it going now? Like how are you handling all of this? Like it's a lot.
It is a lot, especially when you're a dad too and YouTube. But I found little things, little notes, and little videos that helps me. You know, you gotta put disclaimers up, and it'll stay good. So once all these episodes are good, I'll send you guys the disclaimers, and then. But like trying to handle everything, like I'm trying to get the merch, trying to have my own fit and everything. It's like a lot because you have to speak to these people, and money is like a lot these days.
Have you made a business plan? Like, have you sat and like wrote down your goals and said I'm gonna be this by this and do this, like, and set like targets and systems to do all this?
I have, as in short goals, yeah.
No, I mean like wrote it out.
Like wrote it out to be like, okay,
January, I want February, March, April, May, June. This is what I should be doing by here, and this is what I should be. That's what you gotta do.
I didn't go that far, but like
goal set. You have your goals written down.
But I do have the months where okay, this like 420. Yeah, 420. Oh, where should be at a weed event or a pop-up event, doing this and that, having the clothes. Yeah. At least samples to have like, oh, let me throw AV Club some samples to wear so the logo could start getting out there a little bit more everywhere. So that's where I have right now.
Okay, that's cool. I like this.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, you having these ideas and goals that you have set for yourself, it's a lot from merge to the coffee shop to the on location podcasting. It's a lot. At times, did that ever get to you? As far as like your mood emotionally, and how do you normally handle that?
Yeah, so I do get upset sometimes because like, let's say I have to do offsites. And offsites are just a little bit more, but it's really bit, it's worth it. So let's say it's a big invoice and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna pay this by this. I plan it. Okay, I'm gonna give him half of it by Friday, and then maybe something comes up with work, and he'll be like, okay, it's gonna be delayed. And I'll be like, I can be getting mad, and then that affects my whole mood to be like, oh, I be throwing tantrums or like attitudes at people. But like sometimes I have to like just calm down and like just think because everyone said it's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it, but everyone's not doing it. So I have to like sometimes just take a few minutes to myself, maybe walk in the dark and talk to myself and just just recollect myself and be like, it's gonna be okay. Eventually it's gonna happen, but it's not on my time in general. It's
I'd say take it a step at a time, focus on each objective. Don't get overwhelmed by the big picture. As long as you're focused on each small objective.
If you chisel away, you just got to chisel away at each goal. Just like write it out and map it out, and then you'll have like a full sense of what you're doing and where you're going. My last question is, why do you love weed so much? How did you get here?
Weed?
Yeah.
Oh, that is crazy.
Like you made a whole show about it. You know what I'm saying? The whole brand, like your lifestyle is revolved around weed. Like,
that's crazy too, and I never thought that would happen. That's one thing I never thought this far, honestly.
Yeah.
But as I think middle school, everyone was like, oh, or your parents would be like, weed is bad, and I tried it here and there, and not knowing as much, I would think it is bad because I was really like messed up.
Mm-hmm.
But like later along the lines, I started learning and then and researching, and I was like, weed isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Because if it was, then in some states it wouldn't be legal.
Right.
And then it really does help with seizures, anxiety, and all that, and tremblings. Because some people use it for strokes and seizures. I use it for the tremblings and my anxiety, and it does help. But I wanted to make it a big thing to where even the parents should know weed isn't bad. You might have overly strong, just like prescriptions. You might have overly strong prescriptions for only certain type of people. Just like weed, you might have mid or regular, or you might have premium exotic weed, which is for top people, real
experience.
Yeah, and then regular mid is for maybe weak, like real weak people or just average people. So I don't want everyone to say it's an addiction.
You want to do your part to normalize it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell them, you can get addicted if depending who you are and how you handle it. But I'm trying to really change it. Even though you have the big Snoop Dogg and all that, I really want to have my logo's totally different. I've never seen it, and I think it's special. So I'm
really
trying.
Your logo? Like this isn't your logo no more?
No, that's the logo.
Okay.
That's the logo, and then the. Like it's different from all, like, if you ever seen any weed logos before, it's different.
It's not just a straight up leaf.
Yeah.
I like
so, and then you have the the other one with the three nugs on the podcast talking, one's counting money and all that. It's real different. So I really want to see how far I could take it and really how big the weed influencers out there could like give me the feedback on it and how they
I honestly feel like parents are the reason, like this generation and us, like we smoke so much because we were so resented from it. When we discussed it, what the fuck, this shit is lit. It's all right. All our problems are solved.
Like,
No,
better than like, and it's way better than cigarettes too.
Yeah, no, 100%. I never understood why that was okay.
I mean, people that died from alcohol, but haven't met one that died off of weed.
Exactly, unless it was laced with something else, but never natural weed.
One last
question. All right, cool.
All right, so based off all the different strands that's out there, is there a particular one that you favor based off of your mood on a day-to-day basis?
Ooh, that is good. I have probably like my favorite ones, 4 favorite ones, and I would only use it specifically. So, and they're not all like the same strand. Two of them, or one of them's probably top shelf. The rest are like probably regulars. So the top shelf one for me is Sprinkles. Sprinkles is a brand, and they have different flavors like lemon cherry, marshmallows, and that's dispensary. And again, with people who say dispensary versus street weed, is dispensary is trash, or street is have more THC in there, which is totally not true. Because if you get Sprinkles or any of them from the dispensary, that thing is like 28 to 30, and that's real high. So that right there is really good. I use Sprinkles to focus. For me, it helps me like focus. So if I want to up at night and I'm not really trying to sleep, I'll hit me like a blunt of Sprinkles, and I'm like really zoned in. If it's not premium, because those are expensive, those are like $80 eighths. $80 eighths. If I want a good budget weed, I'll go to Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue has a great taste to where you'd be like, if you tasted something, you'd be like, or like not good. Gorilla Glue is a great taste. It gets you a good amount of high, and it's not that, um, I think it's a sativa to me. They have different Gorilla Glues, but I like the sativa Gorilla Glue because it doesn't put you to sleep. I don't know if you guys like indica.
Numbers like 44, 36, shit like that.
Gorilla Glue. Then they got Gorilla Glue OG or Gorilla Glue 33. I was like,
White Gorilla.
yeah, White Gorilla. But I'm more of a sativa Gorilla Glue.
You can still do shit.
Yeah, indica just really just puts you to sleep.
Yeah. Okay, what you smoking today?
It's gonna be on the
next thing,
but it's gonna be called Green Crack. That's a budget weed too. It's called Green Crack, but it's a budget weed. It's a hybrid sativa. But let me tell y'all my favorite weed before this ends, and it's from, I'm pretty sure a rapper owns it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But shout out to who is he? Coochie Man, YNJ, because I think his weed strain is Coochie Runts. And Coochie Runts, they may be like expensive, but those are worth, the high is really worth it.
Can you get it at like a dispensary, or you gotta like know a guy to get Coochie Runts?
You could get it. Maybe I think you could get it at dispensaries, certain dispensaries. But I'm gonna give you probably my top plugs.
Okay.
Miami, exotic, and they serve budget weed. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Jet Life.
Are these Instagram? What are these?
They could be. They're the names.
Find these things you're giving us.
So the name in general is gonna still their Instagram, but
okay.
That's
so Instagram. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So at Jet Life 420, they're from. I'm not gonna give too much information again. But Jet Life, you gotta get verified. They're number one. You got Yo-Yo Packs. They're amazing. I think he's. I don't want to be racist or guess, but he's one of those Hispanic cultures. So and then we got Rolling Loud 305 best, because they do have the Coochie Runs. So if you guys want any of them, Jet Life, Yo-Yo Packs, and what did I say? Rolling Loud 305. And then on the next episode, this is the Tree Kings. That's their name on IG, and that's the weed we're smoking called Green Crack. That's it.
Anything else you want to touch on before we end this segment?
420, you guys look out for Hightalks, because we will be hosting. I'm pretty sure a flyer will come out. I'm gonna have maybe the AV clubs help me make something, but I might host a whole 420 event, maybe B&B or warehouse, and I'm gonna invite vendors to come out and just have fun and chill. So keep a lookout. Follow our page, Hightalks 420. You can follow me at Mr. Hightalks. Shout out to the AV Clubs too, studios. If you want to start a podcast, or if you want to get interviewed as an artist or anything, hit up the AV Club Studios, because they do the interviews and they have the best prices out there in Broward. This is Hightalks, everyone. Thank you.